Hi there, welcome to Prime Sports with me, Razak Musbao. Now tonight, the Ghana Football Association have released the match date for the upcoming Ghana football season. Now, they say in an effort to alleviate the transportation challenges faced by clubs, the Ghana Football Association has announced the cancellation of midweek games for the upcoming 2024-25 Ghana Premier League season. This decision aims to reduce the logistical and financial strains associated with traveling for match weeks during the week. Now, by eliminating midweek fixtures, the GFA hopes to improve the overall experience for teams and ensure they are better prepared for their weekend games. This change is expected to bring significant relief to clubs and enhance the quality of the league. Meanwhile, the only exception will be the outstanding games of clubs engaged in the CAF competitions, which will be played during the midweek. The new season is expected to start on Friday, September 6 and conclude on June 8, 2025. Now, some clubs have welcomed this move by the association, describing it as a timely intervention. Joe Kofi Jempe is Communications Director for MTN FA Cup champions in Saint-Germain and joins me on phone to get the reaction on this latest development from the Ghana Football Association. Joe, thank you very much for joining me on Prime Sports. Very quickly, though, the Ghana Football Association have announced the cancellation of matches in the midweek for the upcoming season. What's been your reaction to that?
Let me say a very good evening to the viewers. And I think it's a very good news to us at the Saint-Germain Football Club. And talking to my colleagues in other clubs, I've come to the realization that they are all happy with this decision. We all come to think of it that a club will be playing in between 3 days and traveling some distances of about 11 hours. Let's say, for example, traveling from Uswatre to Nanlugu took us 11 hours, and we have to go there, play against RTU and Karela United, traveling about 8 hours to Samraboy to play against Samates. Then there was another instance that we went to play against Samates. Then just within 9 days' time, we had to go and play against another team in the Eastern region. That was Legon Cities when they were playing at the Dreams FC Park. So it seems looking at all these distances, you needed to cover about 9 hours, and that means one match to Samraboy, 9 hours in and out will take you about 18 hours. Then that of Eastern region about 8 hours, 16. So you add 16 to 18 hours within the space of 8 to 9 days, which is very stressful to bear as our footballers. And amidst all these players have to still go through our training sessions to prepare for other games. So I think taking out these weekday matches is a good news to all of us.
I mean, let's talk some specifics, though. The Ghana Football Association also talk about the fact that this will go a long way to improve the quality of matches, that are played because of the stress on the players. I mean, for your club, last season, can you please share with us the extent to which having to play in midweek and also honoring games on the weekend, the extent to which it affected your performance last season?
Yeah, it really did. I think if you are looking out for clubs that really performed well last season when it comes to away matches, Saint-Germain was the second on the list. Or the first, let me even say the first. We won 5 matches away. And let me give you an instance. We went to play against Olympics in Accra. Then within the space of 2 days, we needed to cross over to Takwa to meet Midiama. And these were 2 away games on a bounce. And it will interest you and your viewers to know that we lost both games, which we realized that look, we could have easily won one of these games and maybe even drawn one or maybe lost just one out of the 2. Had it not been because of these distances that we needed to cover from Suatre to Accra, then from Accra to Takwa within 2 days to play these big clubs as our away games. We went to play Karela United. Then just after Karela United, about 11 to 12 hours, then back, making about 24 or 22 hours journey. We had to play a midweek. That was about 2 days in between. And the next match, we went to lose against Karela. We returned to draw our home match. So it tells you that there were some matches that we could have easily won had it not been because of these fatigue that our players went through due to the distances we needed to cover and because of the matches that were played during weekdays.
Okay. Interesting. Now, just beyond this policy directive by the association, are there other things that you will be hoping the association will consider, at least from the camp of Kumasi Asante Kotoko? We know they've indicated their intention to table some changes as far as how many foreign players you can register and even field on a match day. Kotoko is looking to have some changes in that respect. But for your club, are there any other changes you are hoping the Ghana Football Association will introduce in the upcoming season?
Well, I think to us, we haven't gotten to the level of Hart and Kotoko to talk about this number of foreign players to be fielded in our clubs. But then what we are interested in is the sponsorship packages and the money that are given to the clubs from the FA. I think these are just meager amounts, considering the quantum of amount we spend on wages and even talking about these distances we need to cover, the transportation costs involved, the maintenance fees and what have you. I think they will do us a great service by increasing the packages that these clubs earn at the end of the season or while the season still goes on. So we are looking at the financial aspect. Because our players are really going through it, and you come to think of it that these clubs owners are not even getting much from the business they are into. But then out of interest and passion, they are all into it. Because to tell you how much we spend on wages on a monthly basis, it will shock you. And you would also end up by asking me that, where do we get that money from, or what is the motivation behind the expenditures we've been accruing?
Joe, thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it. Joe Kofi Jampe is Communications Director for Nsonshiman Football Club. They've been preparing for their CAF Confederations Cup engagement that is due to start come next month over there. Well, away from that, with just over a month until the start of the 2024 Women's World Cup, Under-20 World Cup in Colombia, Ghana's Black Princesses are still preparing for the tournament in Cape Coast. Now, head coach of the side, Steve Bazigi, says the team is motivated for another World Cup campaign and looking forward to going beyond the group stage this time around. Now, he has been speaking at a pre-tournament press conference that was held earlier in the week in Cape Coast.
Say that it was unfortunate the time that we went for the World Cup 2018. That was the time of the expose. Normalization, so things were not normalized as we went there. But I wouldn't say that it's an excuse though. This time round, we are motivated to go again and make a mark because we are all looking forward to breaking that jinx. So we've made the girls aware, just as we, the technical staff, are also aware. So we don't need anybody to task us to do that job. We know how difficult it is. It's not by saying that it's a very Herculean task, but we'll do all that we can to go beyond the group stage before we think of any other thing. Because we always manage what we have. We don't want to be over-pampered. We are self-motivated, and we have a vision and a mission to accomplish. So when you are focused and have that mission, you don't look back. That is why I say everything is okay. You can never be okay until it's okay.
The tournament is due to start on August 31 to September 22nd and will be taking place in Colombia. Now, the Ghana Boxing Professional League has received a major boost with the Blochem Industries agreeing to become the headline sponsor of the competition. Now, the partnership will see the Bell 7-Star Energy Drink become the headliners of the league for its third season. Joyce Sports' Lawrence Baidu was at the unveiling ceremony at the Bukom Boxing Arena earlier.
Boxing authorities' search for a headline sponsor for the league came to an end ahead of the start of the third season. Bluechem Industries products, the Bell 7-Star energy drink, will now headline the competition for an undisclosed number of years. The announcement took place at the Bukom Boxing Arena on Saturday. Bell 7-Star comes in as a replacement for the Luxy Paints, who were headline sponsors in the opening season of the championship.
The energy of the crowd, the energy of the passion that we feel from the locals who troop the arena all the time to support their favorite boxers from the gyms, that is exactly what has motivated us. So we want to be part of them. We want to support them. We want to boost the economy of boxing in Ghana. If they are passionate about this, obviously they have an opportunity to excel. And if they have an opportunity to excel, they give themselves an opportunity to be on international platforms and showcase what they have. And so the energy within the boxing space is what has invited us as Bell 7-Star to partner with GBA so that we can have the Bell 7-Star Professional Boxing League.
Magnus also revealed the benefits Bell 7-Star would look to bring to the league in the upcoming season.
The added benefit obviously has to do with the plethora of our drinks. We have a portfolio that refreshes. We have water, which is the Belacqua energy, Belacqua mineral water. We have Bell beverages, lots and lots of assorted soft drinks. We have energy drinks, and even we have hard drinks. And we'll be serving them to the fans on the night. Every night that they are here, we'll give them energy. We'll sample a few people. We will visit the gyms. We will give products to the boxers. We'll give them both our water and our drinks, and always to keep them refreshed. You know, so that is what is unique this time. It's constant support week in, week out.
President of the Ghana Boxing Authority, Abraham Kotainikwe, is thrilled with the decision of Bluechem to extend its support to the sports.
For 7-Star coming on board, we are very happy, and we know we are going to build on this relationship. We know next year they will still be with us because we will continue the league. As we all know, this league have never happened anywhere in the world. It's just this year that the Nigerians wanted to also start their league, but we started it first. We've done the season 1 and the season 2, and this is the third season that we are doing now.
The league was officially launched after the unveiling of the new partnership, as there was a face-off between two of the competing boxers in the professional league.
Energy, drink, box.
Yeah, well, let's wrap it up with some sports infrastructure now. And the Cape Coast Stadium is now suffering some steel structure, some traces of rust. And the 15,000 capacity stadium, which was built in 2016, is suffering from lack of proper maintenance since its inception. Now, Joy Sports editor Nathan Alato was around the facility and filed this report.
Hello, everyone. So I find myself here in Cape Coast, and this route takes you to the University of Cape Coast College of Health and Allied Sciences, set up by Professor Amonu Kofi. Well, that's on the side, but what is important is that it shares space, or it's very close to the Cape Coast Stadium. And one of the things I've noticed is that the main frame of the stadium is gradually getting rusted. Now, if you're trying to do a calculation of the distance between this particular location and the sea or the beachfront, it should be a minimum of 4.5 kilometers or maybe 5 or 6 kilometers. But the truth is, this is what is happening to the space. So the question is, what are we doing in terms of making sure that this facility is maintained properly? Remember, our newest baby in the space of sports infrastructure is the University of Ghana Stadium. And these are one of the reasons why we're having those conversations about maintenance. So let's just get a little closer and have a look at the detail. So there it is. There it is. Here we go. And there it is. There's some amount of rust here. And the question is, how are we going to get this fixed? And how are we going to ensure that we prevent what could be a very sorry sight sometime to come? So I'm just asking a very simple question. How do we get this done? How do we make sure that we resolve this in the shortest possible time? I'm not going to ask anybody any questions. I'm not going to anyone. It's just a very simple question. How do we make sure that this doesn't become a sorry sight? This is a very simple notice to anybody who's been tasked with the responsibility of making sure that things like these are fixed. Let's see what happens.
Well, that's the rather unfortunate state of the Cape Coast Stadium, and hopefully authorities will move and address the situation. Now, it's just about 2 days to the Olympic Games, and tomorrow on your Joy Prime, we're going to be bringing you the Goal Chase, a special program that will be previewing Ghana's performance at the Olympic Games. It's going to be airing on Joy Prime at 9 p.m. And we'll take a closer look at Ghana's athletes for the Olympic Games and some other athletes across the world who you should look out for in the competition that will start on July 26. Meanwhile, later tomorrow night, the football games in the Olympic Games will start, and we'll bring you updates on that in our bulletin tomorrow. Thank you for your company, and we've got more stories on myjoyonline.com/sports.